What's up everybody, hope you're doing fine. Today we will talk about macronutrients. To be more specific about the macronutrient distribution or ratio and how to use it for your needs. Let's jump right into it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, this you crazy mother.
If you're completely new to that topic, first of all, what are macronutrients? Basically, they are defined as a class of chemical compounds which we consume in relatively high quantities. It comes down to three classes. First of all, carbohydrates, secondly, proteins, and thirdly, fats and fatty acids. You know, for us, the primary source of energy lies in the carbs, while the second ones are the fats. While you can find carbs in grains, fruits, basically anything which has sugar, you can find fats in high amounts in some vegetables, for example avocados, of course oil and meat. Proteins are foremostly from animal-derived products, such as meat obviously, milk, eggs, fish, but also in vegetables or nuts. Importantly, they provide us with energy, unlike micronutrients, which we need in only minor amounts. That would be, for example, minerals or vitamins. I mean, fiber and water are in that sense also macronutrients, but they do not provide any energy. That's why they are not defined as such. The three classes exist in a form of energy we know as calories. So counting calories is basically counting macronutrients. But it's very important where these calories, where this energy actually comes from. If you want to learn more about calories, check out this video. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell for more videos. Let's come back to the question of today's video. Which ratio actually works for me? Well, that depends what your fitness goal is and what you want to achieve. Let's discuss three scenarios. First of all, you want to lose fat. Secondly, you want to maintain the body composition and the body you have right now. Or thirdly, you want to gain muscle mass and strength and endurance. The following are my personal suggestions based on my experience, the experience of other athletes, and scientific papers. Alright, what you can see here is the standard macro distribution, with a daily energy intake of 2,500 calories for a man or 2,200 calories for a woman. So let's set this as the baseline. In the first scenario, obviously, you must burn more than you consume. That means you must be in a calorie deficit. There is no way around it. You cannot consume more but decrease in fat. And don't listen what other people say, that's just... On average, to lose 1 pound, that's around 0.5 kilogram. Per week, you must consume around 500 to 700 calories less a day. That can and is tough, but it's a proven method. If you want to lose fat, a decrease in carbs is the first thing you must do. So basically a low carb diet. The reduced intake of carbs automatically decreases your appetite and therefore your calorie intake. At the same time, increased protein intake reduces hungriness and increases the energy expenditure during a workout. Furthermore, you should maintain your fat intake. Interesting actually, because the logic thought would be if you want to lose fat, you should just consume less fat. But this is not the case and you should avoid that. Actually, increasing fat levels slightly can even be beneficial. As fat contains the most amount of energy, you can go the longest time without craving food, and it even influences hormones such as insulin in a positive way. But watch out, it depends what type of fat we talk about. Because fat is not fat. How does that make sense? Good fats are poly and mono unsaturated fats, which increase your metabolism and stimulate fat burning. While bad fats from, for example, fried foods increase inflammations and play no supporting role in the metabolism. Let me sum it up. Limiting grains, bread, etc. and increasing the protein intake in combination with exercising is the best, healthiest and most efficient way to lose weight. Alright, scenario number 2. You want to keep the body you have. Keep the same amount of calories in the same ratio, consisting out of 50% carbs, 25% of proteins and 25% of fats. This is the standard, but it's the standard for a reason. And here it's not really about gaining muscle mass or losing weight, it's more about your health. If you have an overconsumption of fats or carbs and you consume really less proteins, that's not good for you either. You know how people say you are what you eat, and that's absolutely true. Even if you are happy with the body you have right now, take care of it. What you eat definitely affects your life expectancy and also the risk for getting cancer or cardiovascular diseases, etc. And now let's talk about scenario number 3. No matter if you want to increase muscle mass, strength, or improve durability, you must increase your calorie intake, especially from carbs. Why carbs? Why not protein? Well, first of all, carbs influence your insulin level. The more carbs you have, the more insulin is secreted and the more protein can be uptaken by the cells. Due to that, your cells have more energy, and because of that, you have more energy during your workouts. And you have also more hunger. But of course, all of that will not help if you do not increase your protein level adequately. Regarding fat, this is definitely something you can go down with, but not completely, otherwise the system collapses. For a proper function of our metabolism, everything must be there, and everything must be there in enough quantities. If you lack even one vitamin, one mineral, anything, your whole body will feel it and nothing will function anymore. That's why you should always drink enough. You should not only drink protein shakes if you want to keep up with your protein level, but drink it additionally to a healthy lifestyle. Keep that in mind. If you're more into improving endurance and strength, like me for example, I'm not that eager to build up muscle mass, then you can increase your fat slightly and of course also your protein. The amount of fat will be a good backup in high intensity workouts. As I said in the beginning, there is no golden ratio. All depends on your body type, if you're meso, endo, ectomorph, etc. and of course the food you consume. I can only emphasize it, consume good food as often as possible. Not for your gains, but for your health. That means complex carbs, no simple carbs, high quality oil and fats, and first class protein. I hope it was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Take care and see you next time.